I love my wife. Let me start there. She's kind, funny, strong in ways most people never notice. But lately, I've been dreaming about someone else, not a celebrity, not a stranger, the intern I mentor at work. And no, this isn't some office fantasy. It's a slow unraveling I never saw coming. Before I tell you how I got here, like, comment, and subscribe if you've ever felt pulled in a direction you never expected and didn't ask for. Let's talk about it. I've been married for 6 years. We met in college, grew up together in all the best and hardest ways. She was with me when I had nothing but a rented apartment and ramen packets. Now I have a stable job, a house, a dog. From the outside, it's the perfect life. And then Emma showed up. She was assigned to my team, a summer intern, fresh out of grad school. Bright, driven, curious. The kind of person who actually listens when you speak. Not just hears you, but sees you. At first, I chalked it up to pride. You know, someone actually looking up to me, asking questions, wanting guidance. But then came the little things. She'd remember what coffee I liked, quote back things I said in meetings, laugh a little too long at my jokes, and I started staying a little too late at the office. Let me be clear, nothing has happened. No touching, no flirting, no late-night texts. But thoughts? Those are harder to hide. I think about her smile when I open my inbox. I notice what she's wearing before I even mean to. I've rehearsed fake conversations in my head, moments where I say something just bold enough to hint, but not enough to ruin anything. It's pathetic. And worse, it's real. At home, my wife asked me last week why I've been quiet. I told her I was tired, overworked. She believed me. And I hated myself for how easily the lie slid out of my mouth. Because the truth is, I'm not tired. I'm distracted. By someone I'm not supposed to be thinking about. Last Friday, Emma asked if I wanted to grab lunch, just the two of us, off campus. I said no, not because I didn't want to, but because I wanted to too much. She smiled and said, "Maybe another time." And in that moment, I realized something. This wasn't about her. It was about what she made me feel alive. Wanted. Seen. Things I hadn't admitted I was missing. That night, I sat across from my wife during dinner. She was telling me about her day. A client. A funny thing our dog did while I was gone. And I really saw her for the first time in weeks. And I realized something even harder than the temptation. I'd stopped showing up in my own marriage. Not because of Emma, but because I forgot that long-term love doesn't ask to be noticed. It waits, quietly, until you remember to notice it again. I've asked my supervisor to reassign Emma's mentorship. Told them I had too much on my plate. They didn't ask questions. I didn't give any. At home, I started taking my wife's hand when we walk the dog again. Asking questions I used to assume I knew the answers to. I don't know where this leads, but I know what I won't let happen. I won't lose someone who's given me her whole self, just because I couldn't sit with my own emptiness. So let me ask you this. Have you ever been drawn to something or someone not because they were right, but because they reminded you of what you forgot to nurture? Drop your story in the comments, or just leave a broken heart if you've been there. And if this hit you where you didn't expect, like, comment, and subscribe for more stories like this, where temptation isn't always about lust. Sometimes it's about what we've left unloved in ourselves. This is Hidden Realms Reddit, where the truth isn't clean, but it's always real.